Good morning, sixth graders. Today you're going to learn about triangles, okay? Triangles are a three-sided polygon, and all three angles inside the triangle will equal to 180. Just like the circle's 360, the triangle is 180, okay? So when you're measuring those angles inside, if they if they are more than 180, when you add them all three up, then you measured wrong, okay? So you're able to check yourself on that, okay? So my board doesn't work, so I wrote this. So triangles are three-sided polygons, and all three angles equal 180, okay? A isosceles triangle, triangle. They have two congruent sides. Congruent. What's congruent? They have two equal sides. They have two sides that equal. For instance, you will see this. When you see a triangle and it has marks like this right here means this side is congruent to this side. It's the same, okay? Then you have equilateral. An equilateral is when all three sides are congruent. Three sides congruent, okay? So guess what? You're going to have a triangle, and it's going to look just like that. Isosceles, two, equilateral, all sides, and then you have the right triangle. And the right triangle, you have a right angle. And what's a right angle, guys? We should know this. Right angle is a 90 degree angle. Okay? $90 angle, sorry. All right. So, let's look at class practice. Fill in the blanks with the correct number. A triangle has how many sides? 3 sides. A triangle has 180 degrees. A circle has 360 degrees. The sum of the angles in a square. A sum of angles inside a square are 360 degrees. A triangle has 3 interior angles. That means inside. Okay? Equilateral triangles have 3 congruent sides. A isosceles triangle has 2 congruent sides, and a right triangle has 1 right angle. Okay? That shouldn't be that hard to do. Then you're to identify the triangles. That should not be that hard. You have the pictures on top, and I wrote them in the notes here to show you what they would look like. So you should be able to classify those. Then you are to measure these angles. Remember, all 3 angles, when you add them up, should equal 180. If they don't, you measured wrong. If you need to, extend that line, okay? Extend the line so you know exactly where the measure ends, okay? For instance, For instance, if you were to measure, kind of crooked, but if you were to measure this angle, extend the lines, extend them, so that you, when you're measuring with the protractor, it's exactly right there where the measure is so you can tell, okay? Don't just try to guess, oh, it's really close to this number, so that's what I'm gonna do. No, you have to have it exactly on that degrees. So extend those lines, okay? It's okay. You can leave it like that, all right? You don't have to erase it. Just leave it like that. I'm not worried about how it looks. I'm looking at your answer, okay? Then on the back, on number 4, write the number of degrees in the third angle of the triangle. Well, guys, I said that a triangle is 180 degrees. So if they give you 2 angles, you're going to add those two angles up. When you get the sum of the 2 angles they have given you, you're going to subtract it. You're going to subtract 180 from what your sum was to see the difference, and that'll tell you what that third angle measure is. I should say degrees, okay? So, for instance, on the first one, I'll do it because some of y'all, it's better to see it than say it. They give you a 45-degree angle and they give you a 70-degree angle. I'm going to add those up. So 5 and 0 is 5, and 4 and 7 is 11. So I have 115 degrees. I'm going to take my 180 degree that the whole triangle has to add up to, and we're going to 115. Okay, you have to borrow. So you end up with 65 degrees. That would be your third angle. Okay. All right. Remember when you're bisecting the angle, you don't use the compass, use your protractor, please. Other than that, I think y'all can do this. I know you're more than capable of doing this. Remember all of your formulas that you have to know for an area of a square, area of a parallelogram, an area of a triangle. Guys, an area of a triangle, I keep seeing this. Area of a triangle is A equals 1/2 times base times height. Or you can write it as A equals B times H over 2. Okay? So important. Okay? All right. Well, I just wanted to go over that with you on your triangles, and I hope you have a good day.